How's it? Today is Saturday, June 22nd. Theme for this week is remembering. I'm doing Big Friday on Saturday, which is, I guess, the culmination of all of the changes I made this week. Today was challenging, but in a very strange way. I know I talked about it yesterday and probably on Thursday too, but I feel like I'm excited again to lift. And that is crazy. That is crazy to think because weightlifting is one of those things that is a huge part of my life. It is essentially the only thing I do in my free time, and it's just become so normal to me that that's like what I associate my identity with. And I feel like that joy that was present when I first started lifting, that beginner's mind, all of these things, just hasn't been present for years. I haven't felt excited to try something that may or may not work for years. And maybe it's because I got a little cocky, for lack of a better term, because like I'm like, okay, like I am good enough to lift these numbers. I'm good enough to have decent technique, and then maybe all I need to do to work on everything now to lift heavier weights is to just be stronger. And to a certain extent, yeah, if I was stronger, independent of how my technique changes, I would be able to lift more. Exactly on the flip side, if I stayed the same amount of strength and improved my technique to be more efficient, then I would also be able to lift more. So I just never had that thought in my head before. I guess I had it when I first started lifting, but never in the last 5 years did I feel this driven to be better at what I'm doing. I failed this lift here, but yeah, today was really weird. Like when I'm lifting today, I'm trying to do all the things that I was talking about from last week, Friday, and then Monday, and then Thursday, and yesterday. And I feel like I'm executing at a passable level, but the output or the result is just not where I wanted it to be. Here is my heaviest snatch of the day at 100. And, I was a little bit behind on the bar there, but I feel like the things that I was working on, I executed properly. And it kind of just ended there. And I kind of forgot about the rest of the lift, if that makes sense. And so when I went up to 103, which was what my goal number was from last week, 103 I wasn't even able to get to because I failed 100 3 times. I went up to 103 and then I loaded, or I picked it up and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. So I clarked the shit out of that, and I know I have this sort of rule with my coach. It's like, don't miss more than 2 at the same weight, but 103, I was like, yeah, there's no shot I'm going to be able to try that again, especially after how, like, demoralizing that was. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to move on to my clean jerks. I would be like, okay, if I can get to 133, that's going to be awesome today. I got to 130, and that was it. That was all I could do. It was extremely difficult. And I was really kind of just confused because Wednesday, I did 118 for 2 cleans, a power jerk, and a jerk. And I felt like that was easier than this clean at 120 was. Like, this here, it might not look like it's as challenging as it was if you're comparing that to, did I say Wednesday earlier? What I did on Thursday. But it just felt weird. I felt like I'm not hurting to the point where I am unable to lift heavier weights. I'm not too tired or anything. I feel like I'm plenty strong to do everything. I just couldn't put things together today. And that is not a good feeling to have. But I'm still excited about giving this another chance, another opportunity to execute better and be better next week. I don't know if I'm going to be doing these heavy lifts next week. I talked to my coach probably tomorrow before the week starts, and then we'll see what he says. But there's no way I was going to be able to do 103 and 133 today. Still, 100 and 130 is pretty damn good. That's like very close to the best I've ever lifted. So I don't know why I feel so defeated, you know. Finish off today with some pull-ups and my GHD sit-ups. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm still super excited for how things are going to be going. I feel like there's so much room for growth in the way that I'm moving right now. And I feel like, knock on wood, but I feel like my body is in a place where it's been this healthy for this long. And so that's really, really positive. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.